On the first day of school, a little girl was abruptly pushed away by the principal, all because the girl behind her had two pigtails. As punishment, the principal grabbed her pigtails and spun her around like a shot put, hurling her into the vegetable patch outside the school grounds. To top it off, he locked the girl in a dark, cramped room. The principal's terrifying behavior also frightened Matilda, who was starting her first day of school. Fortunately, Matilda's classroom teacher was very gentle and kind. Having never experienced affection before, Matilda took an instant liking to him. One day during class, the teacher presented a challenging math problem, and Matilda immediately provided the correct answer. The teacher was astonished, but he didn't think Matilda was just guessing. Instead, he picked up a pen and paper and began calculating, only to discover that her answer was indeed correct. Recognizing Matilda's exceptional talent, the teacher believed she shouldn't waste time in the lower grades. He promptly approached the principal and proposed moving Matilda to a higher grade. However, the principal had no faith in the existence of prodigies. He believed that only under his strict discipline would children become obedient. Not only did he refuse the teacher's suggestion, but he ended up kicking the teacher out. Undeterred, the teacher went to Matilda's home, hoping to talk to her parents and persuade them not to squander Matilda's gifts. To his disbelief, Matilda's eccentric parents held the view that educating girls was pointless, and only their son mattered to them. Realizing he couldn't change Matilda's parents' mindset, the teacher had no choice but to leave. As he walked out the door, he quietly left a book behind. From that point on, the bond between the teacher and Matilda grew stronger. Through their conversations, Matilda discovered that the principal was actually the teacher's aunt. When the teacher was 2 years old, his mother had abandoned him, so his father asked his aunt to take care of him. Tragically, when the teacher was 5, his father suddenly passed away, and his aunt seized the opportunity to take over his family's mansion, even kicking him out. To this day, the teacher still hadn't retrieved his beloved doll. Matilda was surprised to learn that the teacher, just like her, had never experienced parental love since childhood. This realization deepened their mutual understanding and empathy. Matilda encouraged the teacher to muster the courage to reclaim what rightfully belonged to him. So, while the principal was away from home, the two quietly snuck into the mansion. Relying on his childhood memories, the teacher successfully located his old room. Just as he was about to retrieve his doll, the principal's angry shouts echoed from downstairs. It turned out that the used car he had recently purchased had stalled halfway, and he had no choice but to push it back home. Seeing this, Matilda and the teacher had to leave quickly. However, Matilda refused to give up. She was determined to help the teacher get his doll back. So, she started tirelessly training her superpowers. One day, she discovered that whenever her father hurled insults at her, her superpowers would be activated. The more fiercely her father berated her, the stronger her superpowers became. When her father approached her, grumbling and scolding, she seized the opportunity to harness her superpowers and slammed the door shut. This filled Matilda with joy, and she was ready to set her plan in motion.